Welcome here to All Pro Racing as we're doing a live race here at Miami Homestead, Miami Speedway. One of our All Pro races here, Joe Gulotta. Joe started this race in 11th. He moved his way up to 7th by the second lap. Unfortunately, he got a bit of a hit there from the number 5 of Samuel Harris and put him into the infield on the back straight. Oh, we've got a spinner on the back straight that caused Joe to go to the infield. He managed to keep his car off the wall there in the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet, and right now he's currently in 16th, or soon to be 15th after that spin from the 6 car. So we're now 5 laps down, 40 on the board, ready to keep going. As Joe's coming out of turn 2 on the back straight, there's another spinner, the 13 of Jeff Rivard. So Joe's going to pick up another spot here, and the DuPont Chevrolet. It's been a pretty hard race for him today so far. He's got a fair bit of distance back, but with the amount of laps remaining on this race, I'm sure he's going to get back up in pace. And at the moment, we've got the 2 car of Matt Baker out in front, leading this, but nearly half a second ahead of Dennis Pavel in the number 8. He's been at the moment attacked by Randy Hedrick in the number 1 as they go across the line to complete lap 7 of this 45 lapper here at Homestead Miami Speedway. The weather at the moment is partly cloudy, 78 degrees. Track temp at the moment is 104. We just have a slight wind from the north, so the conditions are good. So let's see Joe now. Last lap he was 6.4 seconds behind. Now he's moved to 6, so he is actually catching. He is actually starting to reel back in the group in front of him. As long as he keeps his car nice and controlled, Joe Gulotta in the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet, he should be back up inside the top 5 any minute now. Oh, I don't know about minute, but a few laps from now. As the field is spreading out nicely for this 45 lap here. Of course, we must also thank Michael D'Amico, All Pro Racing, for putting on the broadcast here tonight, as well as Michelangelo's Paintings for all your painting needs. Now he's really pulled in the gap again, so it's not going to be long until Joe Gulotta in the number 7 is going to be on the heels of Hughes Gallagher on the 15, as well as Joshua Cornett in the 16. He is catching them significantly. He's opting to run the high line out of 4. And if you watch the final race in the NASCAR Sprint Cup race this evening, you would have seen that that was preferred line for a lot of the drivers. And congratulations to Kevin Harvick for winning his first Sprint Cup championship in the controversial chase elimination championship mode. So well done to him and all the guys at Stewart Haas Racing. So well done. So with the lead of Matt Baker pulling away, it does look like, although Joe Gulotta is slowly falling back, he is actually still catching that front pack. So he's now only 6/10 off the bumper of Hughes Gallagher in the 15 as he's heading into turn 3. Just watching the line he's taking, he's opting for a entering mid and sitting mid to high exit out of 4. Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens when he comes up, because he's going to be passing shortly. He's right there now on the 14 of Diego. Diego looked to have a problem coming out of 4 and just slowed up ever so much that everyone freight trained him. So let's see what Joe can do here. He's sniffing, the blood's in the water. He's going for an low inside on 3. You got to let these cars roll a lot in the corners here at Homestead. You just can't get back on the gas as quickly as you want. You got to let the car settle in, get the front dialed in, And he's gone for a mid-entry into turn 1. Going to hold that for turn 2. He's up against the wall. He's looking for an outside manoeuvre on Diego, it looks like. He's into 3. He's on the outside. They're surely going to be 3 wide. They are 3 wide. So Joe holding that middle line. He's unable to really advance. The 15 of Hughes Gallagher is able to pull away. Joe's now on the outside of Diego and gets the job done. So he's going to move up now into the 13th position. And now he's on the inside. Wow, he's going for it. Hughes in the 15. The 7 DuPont Chevrolet is going. You've got number 10 on the inside of him, Colton Harvey, who looks to have got a bit squirrely out of 2 there and lost all his momentum on the back straight. So now Joe Gulotta is actually pulling away from that group he just passed up into 11th. I don't think this is going to be his overtaking days are done yet. The next pack of 4, I believe, he's going to catch within the next couple of laps and make good on those guys too. So your top 5 still remaining. You've got Matt Baker in the number 2 out in front, followed by Randy Hedrick. He's moved up to 2nd. Daniel Coleman in the number 4. He's currently in 3rd. And in 4th, we've got Travis Wall in the number 3. In 5th, we have Dennis Pavel in the number 8. So he's fallen back a fair bit. As Joe Gulotta, the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet on the back straight, carrying on lap 16. Sitting in 11th position, starting from 11th. However, he had a better run. He made up to 7th. His highest point of the race so far is 7th. And he's really reeling in these this front pack of Samuel Harris, Mark Long, Joshua Carnett, and Jimmy Young. And he's there. He's knocking on the door of Mark Long now. He's looking for an inside on the exit of 2. Just make sure you don't get that gas too early. He's ducked in behind Mark Long. Joe Gulotta, what's he going to do coming in turn 3? He's gotten out of the gas, so that's another thing. You've got to remember these guys are fighting for position. He wants to get back up the front, but he has to remember he really needs to look after his car and those tyres. He doesn't know how long he's going to be on those tyres for, so he's got to look after them. Samuel Harris has fallen back now. Joe Gulotta looking on the inside of Mark Long. Sorry, Jimmy Young in the number 12. He has Jimmy done. Heading down the back straight into turn 3. If he can make this move hold on the exit of 4, this will put him in the 10th position. So a good recovery. And there he goes, crosses the line in 10th. So that's one car disposed of. He's now looking at the inside of the number 5, Samuel Harris. Now earlier on lap 2, these two, Samuel Harris got a bit sideways coming off 2 and bumped into the Joe Gulotta number 7. And that's what put Joe back so far, but he's managed to come good. He's not tearing up his equipment. As they're entering now turn 4. Now they're on the front straight, sorry, to pass over that completion onto lap 20. And at the moment, we've also had a lead change as well. Sorry for my lack of knowledge. I'm just watching this heavy battle back here. But Randy Hedrick has taken the lead from Matt Baker. Bonewood looking back in the 9th and 8th. There's a battle going on at the moment. Samuel Harris to the inside of Mark Long. Joe Gulotta's following him. Now Joe Gulotta's gone to the outside, coming down the main straight into turn 1. Mark Long's able to hold that position and put the number 5 of Samuel Harris at bay. Now you've got Joe Gulotta on the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet on the inside, and he's going to make it a 3-1. And look at that, he did it. The number 5 Samuel Harris got loose again, and thank God that Joe was actually out in front this time and didn't get collected, because that would have been a big wreck. So Joe's now on the inside of Mark Long, and we've got a caution. We have a caution. This has been pretty intense racing here in the mid-pack.
Hey, I hope I didn't do anything wrong there.
Nah, you're good. I hit that bump and it just shot me to the left.
from what I'm hearing there, the 5 of Samuel Harris just hit the bump on the exit of 2, and that just shot him up. So, yep, Joe Gulotta is in 8th position now. He's worked his way up. The All-Pro racing driver has had a bit of a field day. We're only on lap 22, so we're shortly coming to halfway of this race this evening. Sorry,
it's undrivable.
They're probably going to get tyres and get themselves a small change on the fuel load as well, and let's see what they can do. What we're going to do right now, we're going to see if we can actually get a chat with Joe Gulotta. So just stay with us. We'll get Joe here. It'll be actually fascinating to find out what's going through Joe's mind at the moment. Joe Gulotta, it's Andrew Williams up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Now, Joe, what an interesting race. You started off in 11th, you worked your way up to 7th. By the second lap, the 5 got into your door and put you into the inside on the back straight, up against the wall. You were able to stay off the wall, but you're on the grass and you dropped all the way back to 16th. You've had a bit of a day. You've worked your way back up to 9th. I see you on pit lane now, so what's your strategy from here?
Get back to the front. I got a little damage there that hurt me that I'm going to fix, hopefully. I got 8 seconds of optional. Gonna get that fixed. Get myself back up in the front because I know I could do it.
Well, you hit your pit stop there very well, which is fantastic in the DuPont Chevrolet. Now, what are your thoughts? I mean, you were able to sort of just continue momentum and you're able to bring the field back to you. Obviously, you weren't meant to be at the back. You're actually, as you're saying, your car is very strong and you're very strong at this racetrack. Are you sort of glad that the number 5 is now behind you?
Yeah, he almost wrecked me again.
So your plan from here, Joe, is to go like hell and get back up the front. You've got a few guys in front of you that are going off the lap timing at the moment. You aren't quite significantly faster than these guys, so it'll be interesting to see how quickly you can make way of the next 4 to 5 cars to put yourself up in a good hunt for the lead. So, are there any thoughts that's going through your head at the moment?
Gonna fix my repairs first.
Oh, I see the repairs, yes, needed on the front end of that DuPont Chevrolet. That's a shame there, Joe. Well, look, I'll leave you to it, and we look forward to seeing you progress through the field, and hopefully you're not going to be too much hindered coming from the back end. You seem to be able to know what you're doing.
All right, thank you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Joe Gulotta there in the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet. I wasn't seeing much damage on him earlier, but as I zoomed in closer on his car, I was able to see the damage on the front. It's still not 100% rectified, but his car was extremely quick in the long run up against the other competitors. So it's only a matter of time before we see what's going to happen with this number 7 DuPont Chevrolet. So we're just going to go through the leaderboard at the moment. You've got Matt Baker back in the lead in the number 2 in the Dream Racing Toyota Camry. Alongside of him, coming out of 2 would be the number 4 Daniel Coleman and the Texaco Havoline Ford Fusion. Out of 3 will be the Piggly Wiggly number 3 of Travis Wall. Out of 4 you got Dennis Pavel and the number 8 Luke Z-Loop Toyota Camry, and we're back to green racing. As they hit turn 1, all the boys are trying to fight for position as much as they can, but also giving a lot of room and a lot of respect to one another. But we've got a car in the wall. It's Matt Baker in the wall out of 2. Everyone's had to swerve to avoid. Coming through nice and clean is the 7 DuPont Chevrolet of Joe Gulotta. Now he had to start from the rear, so he came out of 14th for that restart. He's just ticked off Colton Harvey in the number 10, so that's going to put Joe up to 11th. So he's just managed to get rid of 3 cars in that opening lap, which is fantastic, with a bit of damage still coming through turn 2. Joe's not finished yet. He's on the inside runner, Joshua Carnett in the 16. He can't get it done down at 2. He's looking going into 3. Joe's holding a nice tight line into 3. He's going to continue that into 4. He's going to see what sort of run. He's got a good run out of 4. He's able to come up the line. hold that position, that's another one off the list. That's going to put Joe in the 7 DuPont Chevrolet up into 10th. He's now looking at Diego on the 14. He's on the inside of Diego on the 14 out of 2. He's just getting it done tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Gulotta up to 9th as he's heading into turn 3. Behind him, he's got the number 5 of Samuel Harris, which he wants to quickly dispose of. He doesn't want to be anywhere near him at the moment. He just wants to sort of pull away and catch the front crack, and he is doing just that. It's turn 1, we're on lap 29. He's now reeling in Yves Gallagher in the 15 and Jimmy Young in the 12. And he's right on the back end right now of Yves Gallagher in the 15. He's looking to the inside on the back straight. He's running the inside. You got Yves up, Gallagher up on the high side. He's hit the wall. Yves Gallagher in the 15 has hit the wall and slowed himself down, but that's going to be all right for Joe. He's taking the position. He's now on the bumper of the 12 of Jimmy Young. He's looking on the inside. And we've got 16 laps to go, so we're well and truly over halfway as Joe has just ticked off another car. This will put him into 7th. It's just going to be to see how quickly he can get to Mark Long. But at the moment, with this damage on the car, it's like the car doesn't even know. It's just absolutely flying along. Joe just recently set his fastest lap time of the race, which is a 31.769 on lap 28. We're now currently started on lap 31, so it wasn't that long ago. So after a new set of tyres and able to get the rundown, and apparently his car's got damage. I mean, you see the damage on the front right-hand side, but it's not slowing the car down. He's able to pull away nicely from the group behind him. He's still got the number 5 of Samuel Harris hunting him down. It's 4/10 behind. But he's still a long way off Mark Long in the number 9. But that's where he wants to be. He wants to be on the back tail of Mark Long. He'll be able to sniff the leaders from there and sniff their victory. We've just completed lap 32, ladies and gentlemen. As Joseph Gulotta comes down the main straight into turn 1. At the opening start of the race, you saw him sort of moving around on the racetrack, trying to find his line that he wanted to take. He's able to make this car work well on both the high and low side while overtaking, as we've seen quite clearly numerous times coming from the back to the front. He is pulling in Mark Long, as well as Dennis Pavel in now number 8. So it's not going to be much longer. It's just, do we have the laps? On to lap 34 of this 45-lap race here at Homestead's Miami Speedway. Top 5 at the moment is Randy Hedrick with the number 1. Drive the Good Wrench SS Chevrolet. In second place, we've got Travis Wall, the number 3. In the Piggly Wiggly Chevrolet. In fourth spot today at the moment, we've got the number 11 of Armando Lopez Leighton in the number 11 Chevy SS AC Delco entry. And in 5th at the moment, we've got the 8th, but he's been attacked by the number 9 of Mark Long. So Dennis Pavel in the number 8 Z-Luke Camry, Toyota Camry, is running the high side out of 3. But number 9 of Mark Long in the Real Trees Chevrolet SS is really trying to work that inside line work. But while they're doing this, they failed to remember they've got the number 7 of Joe Gulotta in the DuPont Chevrolet entry now really coming for them. I'm very surprised at the way that Joe's been able to conserve his tyres. Even with that damage, he's still got a very fast race car. Coming out of 4, he's wrestling with it to try and get it down the straight. He wants that position, and he's going to be doing it shortly too. At the moment, you've got a battle going on right now for 4th position between Dennis Harville in the number 8 and the 11 of Armando Lopez Leighton. And while they're battling, it's all smiles and laughter for Joe Gulotta as he's catching. He's reeling them in. The front pack, the front three have shot away. Of Randy Hedrick in the number 1 and Daniel Coleman in 4 and Travis Wall in 3. The top 3 drivers here today, they've just pulled away. Dennis Pavel in the number 8 has managed to get the job done on the 11th of Armando Lopez Leighton. Mark Long is in the number 9, is just following behind. Joe Gulotta's there just waiting in the wings. See, every time these guys fight for a position, they put a little bit more strain, load a little bit more strain on their tyres, which can't always be a good thing. But what a great run Joe's got out of 4 there. But at the moment, you've got the number 9 of Mark Long looking at the inside of Armando in the 11. Mark looks to be coming up. He's coming up to the high. I don't know if there's touch there, but that's enough for the upset the 11 of Armando. Now you've got Joe coming on the outside of the 9 of Mark Long. You got turn 3 and 4 side by side, Mark Long and Joe Gulotta. Joe's got the run out of 4 in the 7. DuPont Chevrolets, he takes the line. That's going to put him up into the 5th position. He's now got his sights set on the number 8 of Dennis Pavel. And the Z-Loop Toyota Camry, sorry. They hit the back straight one more time. We're on lap 40, so not much time left to go. I don't know if Joe's going to be able to reel in the top 3 contenders, but he should be able to give a nice, good effort to the number 8 of Dennis Pavel here as they exit out of turn 4. Mark Long still in striking distance behind Joe in the number 9. He's looking, he's caught Joe, but he must have gone in a bit too hot because Joe's got a good run coming off the corners. And he's managed to reel in the number 8. Number 8, Dennis Pavel's hit the wall out of 2. Joe's got the inside run as Joe's going into 3. Also, Mark Long has also got a good run on the 8 of Dennis Pavel as well, but now they're battling out of 4. Dennis to the inside, Mark to the outside, almost contact, but as they've done that, the number 7, DuPont Chevrolet of Joe Gulotta has moved to 4th. What a day this guy's had as we're on now. Lap 42, it's not going to be long. Joe's currently 3.4 seconds behind Randy Hendrick, the leader. I don't know how much he can pull up from there, but he's going to have a hard day to keep these the number 9 of Mark Long at bay. As he exits 4, he's going to complete lap 42 and go on to 43. But that 7, DuPont Chevrolet, is just, the more laps you put on it, seems the faster it's going. He's still, we've got 3 laps to go. He's still keeping the same distance to the leader, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to pull them in. Out of 2 there, Mark Long in the number 9 just got a bit squiggly. Allowed the 8 of Dennis Pavel to get closer, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch Joe. Mr. Gulotta in the number 7, coming out of 4, very close to the outside wall. Crosses the line to complete lap 43. With 2 laps to go. And we've had a position change. The number 8, Dennis Pavel, he's moved through to 5 in the 5th position, but also you've got car 5 Samuel Harris up to 6 now. The number 9 of Mark Long must have got the wall out of 4 as well as out of 2. He's been attacked now by the 11 of Armando Lopez Leighton. Going to the 3. This is just increases his position of Joe Gulotta in the number 7. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, last lap. Joe's done a hard race. He hasn't had it easy. He started off in 7th, 11th, worked his way to 7th. Was then involved in a bit of an incident coming out of turn 2 on the 2nd lap. Bumped him back to dead last 16th with damage, and he's able to continue to work his way up. He's just not going to have the time to do it. But well done to Joe. He's actually entering turn 4 now. He's on the exit of turn 4. Here he comes, Joe Gulotta in the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet. For Team All-Pro Racing, secures a 4th spot position. Well done to Joe there. That's an excellent drive. So, rounding out the top 5, we've got Randy Hendrick in the number 1. Second today was Daniel Coleman in the number 4. Travis Wall was 3rd in the car 3. And our man today, All Pro Races owner Joe Gulotta, in the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet was home in 4th. In 5th place we had the number 8 Dennis Pavel in the number 8. And let's get down and have a chat with Joe to congratulate him on his race. Hey Joe, it's Andrew up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend?
Yes, I do.
Wow, how incredible was that? You've had a mixed motion of a days. You had to get your repairs redone. Tell me what went through the last run of that race there.
I think I restarted like 13th, if I'm right. Just set my sights on every car in front of me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's after the restart. On lap 26, you're just passing cars every time going into turn 1 and also getting out of turn 2 and 3. You're passing them everywhere. You're the man on a mission. Do you feel happy with that 4th place finish?
You know what? I'll take it. I had damage that probably, if I didn't get that damage, I probably could have finished in the top 3, but I'll take a 4th place finish, going to the back twice, moving my way up through the pack. I knew I could pass most of the cars in front of me. It's just the matter of doing so, and I was able to do that pretty well, and it's pretty fun. Stressful, but fun.
Well, throughout the race, you managed to actually do something that a lot of drivers were not able to do, and that was actually keep a fast car for the whole distance. You were able to keep the tyres under you. Even with damage, you were still able to get a nice fast car from the green to the end of both sectors of the race before you went to the caution in the first half and then to the flag. You had fast cars the whole time. So you're looking after your equipment. Mate, hats off to your team. Hats off to yourself. Is there anyone you want to thank or do a shout out to?
All Pro Racing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Got nobody else backing me.
Well done again, Joe Gulotta. There in the number 7 DuPont Chevrolet in 4th position today, mate. Hats off. Well done, and go get yourself a nice cold drink.
Will do.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Joe was able to do the unthinkable after his massive day of triumph and tragedy, going from 11th up to 7th and all the way back down to 16th. He was able to do it. Can't say enough of the young guy. He from here at Team All Pro Racing. He was able to, take it on his shoulders and not let the anger get to him after a good stop, or after 2-3 stops he had to do for the damage. But hats off to Joe today on his 4th place position. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for joining us here at Homestead Miami Speedway with All Pro Racing, and we'll hope to catch you shortly. Take care for now.